All right, hello guys. I'm back
Hello.
with CSL. I'm Golgiap and joined by Carlton.
Hello. I'm Carlton, and I'm
And
ready for some collegiate Dota.
we finally got some cam set up. You guys seen Carlton's face already. It's the first time you guys be seeing my face in my dark ass cave of a living room here.
I
Uh
think you look great, and your personality and your casting brightens the room right up.
Thank you very much. So USLA is slightly late here, but they are around. Looks like we're trying to get them into the lobby here, so it shouldn't be too much longer of a wait. And talking
Hmm.
about UCLA, so the game today is going to be between Alberta and UCLA. Right
Yeah,
now,
Alberta, great province if you ask me.
you are in Calgary, so yeah.
I'm in
These
Calgary, but
not the
for
city.
everyone who is not brushed up on their rivalries of Canadian provinces, Calgary and Edmonton do not get along. There's a rivalry between them, and University of Alberta is in Edmonton. So, not saying I'm a biased caster, but I hope University of Alberta gets destroyed.
No bias there at all.
No
Actually,
bias,
I
though, by the way.
went to U of A for a couple of years before
I
I
hope that you
transferred
get
over.
destroyed. Just kidding. I would never wish that upon you.
So right now they're standing at 3-3 for their score, and
Hmm.
Alberta participated in arguably second strongest West Conference with the likes of UBC, Washington, Arizona State, and others. They finished fourth, right behind Arizona State. So they'll need to improve their performance this spring if they want to make playoffs right now.
Yeah, UCLA is in better shape so far with a 5-2 record, and they have local Reddit celebrity Leaf Eater running the show over there.
Yeah,
And
this
as I
bad
say
man.
that, UCLA has started showing up to the lobby, so this game is going to get going very shortly, and I cannot wait to get back. First week back since the break. How was your break, Golgi?
My break was great. Went back home. I guess it's
Home
weird.
being Alberta?
Yeah, I mean, I went back to Calgary.
Oh, right, right.
But it's weird because my brother still lives in Calgary, but my parents moved to Edmonton for work. But we still met up at Calgary because all our friends are there and stuff like that. So we went to Calgary.
Well, you
We
can't
had
have
to
friends in Edmonton. That's the thing about Edmonton.
we had to rent out an Airbnb there. But Airbnb
Oh,
in
wow.
Calgary is super cheap over the holidays because no one goes to Calgary
Yeah,
for
everyone
vacation
leaves
for
Calgary.
Christmas. You know what I
Everyone
mean?
I know went to Arizona.
Yeah, exactly. So we got an Airbnb from a really nice place, really cheap, and no, it was good. We got to meet friends and family. Had a nice dinner over at my brother's girlfriend's parents' place, so that was nice to
Oh,
meet
that's
them all.
nice.
Yeah. How about you? What do
That's
you do?
I started off the break by going to Mexico, actually, with a
Oh,
couple of my
Mexico,
friends,
nice.
which is
Where?
much better, let me tell you, than a Mexico trip where I went with my parents. Going with your friends on vacation is just way better.
Of course.
I came back, had Christmas. I had a good problem, which was I needed a vacation from my vacation because it was like Mexico, Christmas, Boxing Day, my friend's bachelor party, my friend's wedding,
Oh
New
my
Year's, and I was like, I
God.
just need a second to
Oh my
breathe.
God.
But I mean, like that's a good problem to have.
So
Yeah, one of
many
my
parties.
yeah, a lot of parties, a lot of leftover turkey, a lot of stuffing. I mean, it was a good year.
Yeah,
It was a good year and a good end of the year.
yeah.
And speaking of good things, Collegiate Dota is back. What a better way to start the year. Actually, everyone's in the lobby now too, so this game's gonna get going real soon.
Yeah, we are already are have finished the intro, so we good to go.
Okay.
Oh,
Speaking of Alberta Dota 2 CSL teams, I'm not sure if you're aware, Golgi, but the Calgary Dinos are actually leading their or won their group in Division 2.
oh really?
Undefeated. Absolutely undefeated, not a single game lost.
Wow. I mean,
But
it looks like it's time for him to step up a division then, huh?
yeah, might as well. Might as
Yeah.
well. I mean, if we have teams like if we have Edmonton playing in Div 1, we should probably have Calgary playing in Div
I
1.
mean, that's what makes it exciting, right? Calgary versus Edmonton. That's like, the
That's the
big game in the
classic.
CFL, NFL, whenever you have, Edmonton versus
Flames and the
Calgary.
Oilers.
Yeah.
Flames and the losers.
So,
Um,
looks like I don't think UCLA received any penalties for being slightly, which is good.
they weren't too tardy, and when
Yeah,
they showed up, everyone came in. I think that's fine.
yeah.
We're getting back into it. Everyone's a little bit slow from all the turkey, all the stuff.
Too slow. Gained too much weight. But it's time
slow.
to, lose that weight, right? By playing Dota, that's what we do.
Yeah, let's
We
see. Let's see who was goofing around and who was climbing the ladder, who was grinding away in the new rank system over the break. There's no better way to spend time with your family and give thanks than playing solo queue the entire time you're away from school.
Oh, that's actually one of the cooler things. One of the things I like about this new rank system is when we cast these games, we can actually see the MMR range of these players.
Yeah, it is nice. Although I think it's maybe very intimidating for a lot of teams.
Yeah, for sure, because I mean, you're giving away a lot of information
You
just
are,
by
yeah,
showing
especially
that.
like if there's a large disparity between players. And here we go, the game started.
Yeah.
This is what I like to see.
Oh, straight up Winter Wyvern ban, first ban here. And man, she's really made a comeback in this patch, hasn't she?
So I mentioned this in the cast Tuesday, but as a Dota player who main support position 4 and position 5, this current meta really feels like position 5 is the best. Like
It's coming
I
back.
personally love it. I think you have a huge impact on position 5 working the lane, specifically how position 5s are the laning phase is so important, and position 5s right now are picked for being very strong laners. They can get a lot of the laning phase. Winter Wyvern is like just such a perfect hero. Her cold embrace can save people, but more importantly, her splinter blast is great at pushing when
Right.
she has space,
And
and great at
counter
helping to
pushing.
carry farm stacks. Has a slow attached to it, so it's kill potential, defensive and aggressive potential, as well as her Q ability, which
Arctic
name
Burn.
is Arctic Burn,
Yeah,
is just so good. It's right level one.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Aggressively and defensively, but it does such a huge amount of damage if you spend all the charges, all of the. I think you get 4 attacks, maybe 5 at level 1, all on one hero, or even splitting them up to get the Arctic Burn on multiple heroes. She's great in the laning phase, and her ultimate is sometimes just a press R get a kill button, and
Yeah.
in certain cases, press R stop the entire enemy push.
Yeah. And
Speaking of pushing, that's the first pick, Jakiro.
Jakiro has become so much more flexible in this patch as well. I've been seeing him run more as an off lane as well, of course, in the position 5 position 2.
Really, really strong stats in the early game. Just it was a hard hero to gank, really strong fighting. Um, um, every spell Jakiro has is an area of effect spell,
Hmm.
so it is hitting multiple heroes in lane, as well as being able to push creeps. It pushes towers really fast. Speaking of pushers, again, there's Shadow Shaman, really strong laner, really strong pusher. Jakiro, strong laner, strong pusher.
Yeah, Shell Shaman really does definitely seem like one of the,
Excuse me.
I mean, better supports for the last couple of patches.
Hmm.
We're seeing
Yeah,
him very often recently.
has an insane amount of damage with Aether Shock at level 1. I want to say it's 140 damage level 1. That sounds a little
Yeah,
high. I'm
it's
gonna
almost
double
one of the
check.
best spells at level 1 for sure.
But in addition to that, Shadow Shaman, it is 140 damage level 1, 95 mana,
Nice.
8-second cooldown. Only one target, only one target.
Oh, I didn't
Uh,
even know that. He only hits one target at
and
level 1.
so that's crazy. But also Shadow Shaman does what? I think over 70 damage now with auto attacks.
Yeah, no,
So
the guy
he's
hits like a
doing physical
melee.
damage, he's doing magic damage. Shadow Shaman's really difficult to lane against, and just like Jakiro, you leave him alone. Well, he needs his ult first, but you leave him alone, he's going to start taking your towers and
Yeah.
pushing objectives.
The amount of CC he has is incredible as well. If, of course, there's no long range way to disable his shackle. I mean,
Hmm.
Jakiro basically needs to be able to use his ice path, which he can do from very long, range,
Yeah,
which means he
Ice
might
Path is a
actually have to
great
save
counter.
it for the Shadow Shaman shackle to save his carry
I
from that.
I love the Night Stalker pick because, as you just said, Shadow Shaman makes someone any hero that has to be hit by a spell.
Yeah,
It's always good. That's one of the big reasons Link is good because someone has to use a spell on it. Shadow Shaman has to have attention given to him because you can't let him cast full duration shackle. Yeah, I don't know if you watched the game earlier. Optic had a Shadow Shaman who picked the like 7-second shackle talent, and he
oh
just grabbed
wow.
the Medusa and took her out of the fight for 7. I believe it's 7 total seconds.
Was that
But
Optic versus Animal
BSJ,
Planet? Or what were
whatever
they against?
team is BSJ's team.
BSJ's team, huh?
Yeah,
No, I didn't
it's
see that
3
game.
plus 3 shackle on 5, 8 seconds. So for 8 seconds, Medusa wasn't part of the fight.
That's
And
crazy.
that's just yeah, it's just out of control. So Night Stalker, apart from getting vision of Shadow Shaman, if he goes for the eggs, which is always going up and
Yeah.
down in popularity, has 2 ways to break shackles, as well as silence is great against Panda, because silence is essentially how you counter a Panda.
Yeah. No, I do like the Night Stalker pick here. Not too focusing too much on the carry so far. Of course, there's a Brewmaster pick, and he's kind of a flexible laner as well. Where do you think we'll be seeing this Brewmaster here? Probably the offlane?
I believe, yeah, he's been going for off lane. He's definitely not going to be support. He's obviously not going to be one. And I don't think people have been going for him mid, although we might see him mid. It isn't well when you have Winter Wyvern, it's really common to see dual lane mid, but he's out of the
Right.
pool. It looks like University of Alberta is banning strong laners with Lich, Winter Wyvern, and then some kind of cheesy counter pushers, Arc Warden and Sniper. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a strong push run at them lineup coming up from Alberta. Just my assumption based on their bans
Yeah,
and how
we
they're
have
playing this
Tusk
draft.
picked up. Tusk seems like one of those heroes that is so hit and miss for me. At
Hmm.
times he can feel like, I mean, it really is a really skill-based hero. At times the guy feels like he does way too much more than he should, and sometimes he just feels like a guy who puts up like really mediocre damage and mediocre CCs in team fights if his spells don't land properly.
I agreed. My biggest problem with Tusk, I used to spam Tusk. I thought he was my favorite hero in the game. But his damage got nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. Now he does
Yeah,
almost no damage, and
he
it's
does.
more a good Tusk player is going to get it from its utility. Speaking of that, one of the biggest reasons why Tusk is a top tier pick, first or second phase, including even getting banned first or second phase, is he just secures you the early offlane. Right out
Right.
the gate, he's gonna use shards. I think he gets two, maybe three. I think it's two ice shard casts before creeps get to lane. So I believe shards is 7 second duration. So that's 14 seconds of block you get from Tusk,
Wow,
not
okay.
including any body block. Let me
So
double
the
check
creeps
that.
won't move around it if
Yeah,
you
they'll sit in
cast
the
a shard.
shards and he gets at least
Ah,
two casts. I think it's two. 14 seconds. It
right.
doesn't sound like it would be
So kind of
21.
similar to Earthshaker blocking, which Alberta did pick up themselves as well.
Similar, yes. Much stronger
Right,
for
because
that
it lasts
wave.
longer.
Yeah. And there's the gyrocopter. Ooh, hello. I love the control on Alberta. Ice Path and Fish are two long distance stuns. They can follow up a Panda initiation. They can break a Rasta, a Shadow Shaman, Shackle from long range. Um, I'm really excited with this University of Alberta draft, and they set themselves up so that their core picks are completely wide open. Those
Hmm.
heroes will complement almost any core.
Yeah,
The
for
only
sure.
problem here is melee Night Stalker, melee Earthshaker, short range Jakiro. Probably want to get a bit of range on Alberta, especially with how all three of those heroes aren't necessarily frontliners, but they also aren't necessarily squishy either.
And there is a Shadow Shaman. If you don't have a range core, sometimes those wards can do a lot of work against
Yeah,
towers.
they definitely need someone who's going to be able to kill those wards. Actually, oddly enough, Sniper, a
Yeah,
great counter Shadow Shaman is
what I
banned
was
out by
thinking
Alberta.
too.
Another common counter to Shadow Shaman is Naga because she can sleep and kill the wards, but I don't think Naga's going to be the pick for Alberta. She's too slow and they need a ranged hero.
Yeah, and there it is. As a Razor, I mean, not really a super long range hero, but range hero nonetheless, and that's kind of
Raise,
durable in team fights as well.
yeah, very durable in team fights. Going to use the lockdown extremely well. Shadow Shaman can't really afford to be shackling Razor because Razor can drain Shadow Shaman during the
Right.
channel because he doesn't need like it. The channel never breaks except for distance. So even if you CC'd, Razor's also an insane laner, which is going to give Earthshake, definitely Night Stalker, and depending on if Earthshaker or Jakiro is the other support, he's going to give them a lot of space to roam because Razor needs very little help in lane. His lack of ability to push, well, actually, his tower pushing isn't even that bad if he steals damage or gets an Aghanims. And on top of that, with Jakiro, he isn't the longest range hero. I expect we'll see another ranged core from Alberta just to solidify their ability to break wards and maybe just give them some more range presence. Although it wouldn't be, I would feel more comfortable with Alberta's draft if they got another range hero, but I really like it. It looks like, at the very least, it looks like it's going to be a fun game just from strictly Alberta's heroes. Those heroes want to fight. Those heroes
Yeah.
want to run at people. I think we're going to get some action here.
With Dusa being banned, they are kind of running out of range options here, though. I wonder what they're gonna go for here. What's
What
left in the
has
pool
Razor
that's
been
range?
comboing? OD, maybe?
Is OD good against that team?
Well, I know that I'm just thinking about what they want to put with Razor. Any
Right,
other heroes that are combo, and OD can imprison people that Razor is draining.
right.
Um,
Something that's interesting you mentioned with
OD has a
imprison
lot of
drain.
ways to defensively imprison people here, save them from getting snowballed into, save them from getting shackled, pull them if they get stuck in a gyrocopter alt.
Yeah. You can also protect them from the gyrocopter missile as well. There you go. Nice
Hey!
call. The
And
Devourer
then,
gets picked
all
up.
right, let's see if I can go 2 for 2. The Bruins want damage because Panda only offers a bit, Shadow Shaman only offers a bit, Tusk offers almost nothing,
Yeah.
and Gyrocopter's positioning is extremely important in a fight, and if he's getting focused, he can't offer too much.
They're looking for a mid laner here, yeah?
Yeah, and it
Hmm.
has to lane against Odie. Oh, well, here we're gonna see what it is.
Oh, okay, so it's gonna be a
Ooh, okay,
mid
so
brew.
Ooh, okay. So how are
Alright.
we gonna see this? I don't think. Do you think it'll be a mid Nyx? I don't think it'll be a mid Nyx. I think
I
we're
think
gonna
it's a
see a
mid
mid
brew,
Panda.
right? Yeah. I'm assuming a mid brew as well. I'm
Yeah.
assuming he's probably going to just harass our Devourer a lot with those drunken haze.
The
Is that why it is? Where you make the other person drunk and not be able to hit their auto attacks?
yeah,
It's drunken
yeah.
haze, right?
That's the Drunken Haze. This does leave. Although Nyx is a really strong offlaner and he's gonna have Tusk to buff him up. Nyx isn't gonna lane against Razor. Like Razor is gonna win that lane for free, I believe. Because
Yeah.
Razor can just ignore Carapace to steal damage and just go to lane. And that's gonna give a lot of space to the supports. That's assuming it's an offlane Nyx. We're gonna see because Nyx was obviously picked to counter OD with the intellect based mana burn.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised to see Nyx roam mid a bit and hit some W's on OD. Um
Then Tusk will be sitting in the off lane. I mean,
yeah, but you don't
it's
want to
so
give
weird because
Tusk
yeah,
yeah.
Nyx now almost exclusively sees as support because he can usually do everything a support Nyx can do almost everything an off laner Nyx can usually,
Mhm.
as long as he gets some like decent ganks in the early game and he can get his vendetta at a decent timing. Then he's doing perfectly fine.
Yeah, am excited to see how the laning phase is going to be good. There's going to be fighting. These are all fighting heroes. I don't think. Yeah, there's the only hero that really wants to farm is OD wants to get a first couple few items, and
Mm-hmm.
Razor's not doesn't have a lot of problems in lane, so he's probably going to want to sit in lane for a little bit, especially because his damage is from auto attacks. Even Plasma Field is a pretty low damage spell. No, it's not a low damage spell, but it's not really like it has a 14-second cooldown. You're probably only going to get 2 of those off in a fight.
Yeah.
Um, so he wants to be able to get his static link damage and get a couple items so he can do something. Let's see how items are bought. So yeah,
Yeah.
Nyx has a hatchet, so or Quelling Blade. So Nyx is definitely gonna be our offlaner.
Well, interesting.
Boots on Tusk. Is okay. I guess he
Oh,
wants to make sure he can boots on Panda too.
while we wait for these players to ready up, I'm just gonna introduce the UCLA players here.
Go
So
for it.
we have Patience playing the Nyx Assassin, Oliver playing that Brewmaster, Jay Pinto on that Tusk, Hi-Fi on the Gyrocopter, and Ethan playing that Shadow Shaman.
And for the boys from Alberta, SYC playing World Devourer FXF playing Earthshaker 08 divided by 20 playing Razor. Seijuro Akashi playing Jakiro and at Kaio playing the Vampire, Mr. Nightstalker.
Oh, he's Night Stalker or a vampire?
I think so. I would be surprised. I mean, maybe he's not. Actually, he doesn't really suck blood, does he?
He doesn't really have
He checks a lot
blood-bringing
of boxes,
abilities.
but I don't think he sucks blood.
But he has a lot of like scary teeth and like bat wings, so he
I
got
guess he
that
doesn't
going
turn
for
into a bat. Can he look in a mirror? Are there any mirrors in Dota? Can
him.
we get a nice sucker to look in it?
I mean, there's a river and there's no reflection, but nobody has reflection in this game. I don't
Maybe, I guess everyone's a vampire.
think.
Okay, well, that settles that, I guess.
I mean, if vampires infect everyone eventually, there are no humans left, right?
Yeah,
So it's a
yeah,
post-apocalyptic world. That's what Dota is.
yeah. Everyone's a vampire confirmed. Looks like no one's going to do anything fancy here. Tusk and Earthshaker are going to look at each other, see that Earthshaker has wards. I like how... Oh, Tusk is not in position to block creeps.
Looks like they're not going for that. FXF
Oh,
is
that's
going for a
really
good
important.
block here.
That's one of the biggest. That's a huge reason to pick Tusk because it just secures it early. Oh, he's going back. He's going back.
Yeah.
He might still be, excuse me, recovering from a cold I got. He might still be able to get 2 casts off of ice shards.
It's kind of interesting because we have Earthshaker and the Tusk blocking the same lane here. Oh, actually, Tusk not going to use the
Tusk
shard.
is not gonna shard, and
FSF
Earthshaker
is
has,
using it though on the other side.
yeah, interesting, interesting.
This ward gets
Night
pinged out.
Stalker
I'm
and
not sure if
Panda are
he
gonna
will ward
smack
5.
each other. Obviously, Night Stalker's gonna win this because he's a support, so he doesn't care about taking damage.
Yeah. But
And there's
Brewmaster
the dual
thankfully
lane
has
mid.
those boots to get out.
Oh, so there it is. Nyx and Rasta mid. Actually, Shackles picked up level 1 on Rasta rather than Ether Shock, which is usually his lane winning spell.
Oh,
This
this is
Night
so
Stalker is
weird.
just getting wild on the Panda and top lane. He's actually just right clicked them for like the last minute straight.
He's a durable
Oh, gonna
guy,
get
but
some
he's getting
damage on
slowed
him.
down though, finally. And the damage drain is coming out as well. And the
Oh, they're
damage
gonna get
will
a kill.
a couple more hits will do it. One more will do it. And there comes the first blood picked up by Zero. The perfect target to pick up a first blood for
Definitely.
UCLA.
And even though there was boots on Panda, we had Windlace on Razor, making that difference. Actually giving him 9 more movement speed.
Sorry,
Oh,
by
never mind.
Alberta. I said
Oh,
that was a first blood by UCLA, but
oh, you are.
I was
Uh,
incorrect.
yeah. And Earthshaker level 2. So he's tying. He's getting that XP. He has a mango on him. Earthshaker is not having a rough time, whereas Panda feeding first blood.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much a Tusk can do in this lane, is there? Like, what can he really do in lane?
That's the problem with I feel like with position 4s right now is they not a lot of them do damage, so it's so
Yeah.
hard to have kill potential unless you have 3 heroes working with you, which is what we saw in top lane playing with position 1. Tusk's gonna roam mid. He has ice shards and he has snowball, but snowball is it's only 140 damage
Top lane,
combo between
Oliver
2
gets slowed
spells.
down a little bit. He should be able to get out of this, but he will take a big chunk
He
of
has a
damage.
spell.
Actually, I might go for the dive here. He clears the ward on top while getting out, but oh, the dual breath misses. But the last punch is gonna do it. Ice shard's not gonna be enough. Kyo gets stunned up under tower, so J Pinto is gonna be able to pick that one up. But
That's
losing the offlaner and also a TP rotation from the support.
definitely
Alberta
not
is
worth it.
very
Look at
happy
this.
with that.
Earthshaker is just laning one-on-one right now against
Yeah.
Gyrocopter. He's having the time of his life.
So Alberta getting off to a very good start so far.
They're loving this. The only problem is the OD, but OD doesn't have any mana left, so OD's not scared of the mana burn because it does no damage.
He won't be able to cast his spells, but he doesn't really depend on spells to be able to lane anyways.
Yeah.
Although he
Last
doesn't have
hit.
that backup of that imprisonment though.
Yeah, he could likely go down to a Tusk gank now. But
This
he is
really
gonna.
frustrating.
He will eventually be out leveling, even though it's a 2-on-1. He's keeping up with. He's actually past Nyx Assassin. Top lane though, Oliver's getting gone on again.
Oh, he's
Poor
slowed down. He's
Panda.
gonna try to taunt his way out of there, but the body blocks are there for Kyo, and he gets slowed down. And I think he's going to be okay.
Is he? Oh, he
No,
just
yeah.
barely switched aggro. Yeah, he just like in the real world, pandas are close to becoming extinct. Bottom lane though, Earthshaker had a great lane,
Oh,
but
he's getting chased down.
uh-oh,
But they don't
he's
have
not
any
taking a lot of
CC
damage.
to
The
slow him
creeps
down.
absorb so much.
Rocket Barrage, kind of a random spell there, especially when you're surrounded by creeps, and FXF using those trees very well to kind of juke around all that vision and damage.
Yeah, exactly. All of the rocket barrage went on the creeps. Little Earthshaker just hung out and ran away. Now it's in there level 4. He's loving this.
And Oliver can't even pick up his bounty rooms right now. Kyo was sitting on that one, and this is the first night that Stalker has been involved in 2 kills already,
And he has a haste rune top. They know he's there though is the thing. They just warded on top of him.
He's gonna pick that one and get
UCLA just warded, and now they know he's coming top with a haste. Oliver's just gonna walk away. This is gonna be. This is bad. You never want a knight to go so slow. Oh, they're gonna go on Oliver anyways. They're pinging him.
The slow is going to be there.
6 armor Night Stalker.
Lands. The damage is getting absorbed right now. Kyo gets out barely with no life. Oliver
100
is going to go
damage.
down here, but Pinto has made an infinite here as well. But they gotta be careful. There's a lot of damage still on Razor. 112 right now, but the shackle under the tower. No, he's going to be okay, but the damage is going to be a little bit to finish him off. So 2 for 1 trade so far. Kyo, it's a mango to be able to get the mana to be able to TP out.
What an amazing turn by UCLA, killing not just a support but a carry for that dive. Oliver sandbagged them. Thought they had the lane under control until Oliver's boys show up. But again, this is Earthshaker, bottom lane. He's already level 5. Actually, enchant toteming the rocket. No, it's total hits, not damage done.
I mean, it wouldn't be nice if you could stun the missile in midair.
Yeah.
Get some extra
Uh,
hits in.
Nyx did just miss an impale. Oh, Odie doesn't really have enough mana to go for a kill though, unless he gets a friend. Night Stalker only level 2, 5.5 minutes. He's not liking this. He really wants this kill to work out bottom, but Gyrocopter's under tower almost.
Do you think this is okay to run a dual lane mid and not get too much out of it? Because I don't feel like UCLA has really made this dual lane worth it.
Um, Nyx is top last hits in the game. The big
Very
thing,
true.
so the big argument with dual laning is that because of how important the laning phase is and how creep XP is just by far the biggest source of XP in the game, being able to deny consistently, so 15 denies on Shadow Shaman, for example, is a huge deal. And the reason why, even though there's two heroes, there's only one level difference between them, and Nyx is actually quite close to 5. So it's not necessarily the kills, just taking farm away from OD. But OD does have 16 last hits and 6 denies, so he's not even doing that poorly.
Yeah. Double
It's just
damage
one of
being
those
picked up by
situations
Nyx.
where as soon as he runs out of mana, Nyx's mana burn doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah. I feel like they could have capitalized on the fact that he had no mana. That means no extra imprisonment, so makes OD a pretty easy target to gank. But I suppose, I mean, it's hard for them to gank with the heroes they
Oh,
have.
Echo bottom.
Oh, it is going to the kill. Yeah, good catch there. Kyo participating in yet another kill. 5 participation for him already. And FSX picking that kill on the offlaner against the safe laner there of the Gyro.
Yeah, that's always scary. Gyro doesn't have a long range, and Earthshaker offlane has a massive power spike at 6, because against short range heroes like Gyro or melee heroes, they can't actually go stand in the creep wave when Earthshaker wants to stand there, because he just gets a creep wave plus a hero Echo on top of them.
Yeah.
And Earthshaker is actually doing the max Aftershock build, which is insanely high damage.
On FXF, there's going to be the cooldown as well. The slow comes here, and the shards are pretty good. He just walk around. It looks like that is going to be the downfall of him. J Pinto kind of getting the retribution kill for HIFY, and he's going to be happy to get that revenge.
Earthshaker's not too upset about that. Obviously, it's annoying, but Earthshaker has Arcane Boots sitting on 1,000 gold. He has Echo was on cooldown. What was he going to do? He was just being greedy there, and he got punished for it.
Yeah.
Top lane, though, we see 2 supports rotating behind a Panda who's being dove by a Razor.
He's not level 6 or not even close.
He has a
actually.
TP.
And he's going slowed down right now, and he smashes the ground, but that's not going to be enough. Ethan actually comes up here. It might be a suicide. Kyo might get taken down for it, but it's going to be enough. Oh, Kyo actually just TP's out right in front of him. It's going to be okay.
Blasts
So
away.
they pick up 2 kills there.
Mid lane on Nyx. Oh, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything.
Double damage. He misses a spike carapace, but I think he's going to be okay.
He has a Vendetta. There's no way they get him. They don't have any vision.
Has Vendetta as well.
They might go for OD. Oh, they know he's been dead though with the double damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage if he wants to go for it, but might not have the opportunity to. He is stalking FXF, but FXF is quite fast.
And then he has 1,000 health. Nyx isn't going to do 1,000 damage.
Also,
Earthshaker's just going to go back to laning.
His boots yet. On
Oh yeah.
Assassin.
Less than 1,000 gold from Blink Dagger on Earthshaker at just before 9 minutes. Looking very good for him.
Yeah.
In all the while we have Panda, not even level 6, still trying to build a Soul Ring. Has Tranquil Boots. Normally it's really great because it helps you get a lot of the lane, but if you just go from full health to 0, Tranquil Boots don't really offer too much.
0 just draining a huge amount of damage there.
Ton of damage. Holy cow.
He
has ult. Panda has ult though, so he's not scared.
But
even with 248 bonus damage, he has to run away. What a time to be alive.
But he has the ulti, but Oliver is going to just split in front of him, and now he's going to be in big trouble here. He's getting shackled up, and the Cyclone coming out on the support as well. 0 does so much damage, and one more hit, one Ethan will do it, and he actually gets a counter kill there, but can 0 get out here alive? No, he won't be able to. The Storm Panda is going to be able to pick that one up, and Sajiro gets out as well. Meanwhile, it looks like there was a kill on the bot lane. Tusk and Gyro
another one.
Doing work with that call down.
Earthshaker still is getting a lot of money, but
again,
that is slowing him down.
Getting a little bit too greedy. Kyo has kind of showed up here, and looks like they end up going down as well.
After Earthshaker gets greedy, Earthshaker then feeds. After Brewmaster feeds, he then gets greedy.
Yeah.
Our offlaners are just mirroring each other.
Get a kill and feed their own life away.
Yeah.
Patience, Vendetta on top is sick.
Oh, he wants it. There's no sight, but OD knows something fishy is up. 2 supports. Roam on over to OD. See what Earthshaker has his spell. Tusk sees him.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
looks like
Bad news
Earthshaker might be in big trouble here. Here
Oh,
comes the
this is
roll
so
in.
perfect for
Missile coming
Tusk.
behind it as well, and great shards and stuns are later, but it doesn't matter. They just want the damage here, and FXF gets taken down before being able to do anything in response.
Right there in that little area, right to the southeast, I guess, or bottom left of the bottom rune. That's such a strong spot for Tusk because ice shards, all those
Right.
staircases you see, ice shards will perfectly block all of those, and that's a 7-second block. So
Oh, that's
Tusk
crazy.
or Earthshaker couldn't go down, he couldn't go up, he couldn't go right, and Tusk was to his left, which is the only direction he could run. And even then, the two staircases over there, the top one Tusk can block, the bottom one Tusk actually can't block, but the two pathway or the three pathways beside those larger staircase, he can block each one of those with ice shards perfectly. So our Earthshaker was dead long before any of that. He just didn't even know.
Just a small thing that's happened in the mid lane. Patience just evaded, uphill evaded three arcane orbs from
No.
Sick just in a row.
Oh, lots of TP's top. Something's going on.
Yeah. Looks like Zero got a little bit too greedy here.
Zero's just getting
He got
wild at
into
the damage
TP,
deals.
but oh yeah, he's gonna probably go down here. Pinto's gonna just
Yeah, there's no
safely
way.
roll up here, and huge amount of damage coming in from the gyrocopter. And
In the
Pinto's
meantime,
actually
mid
gonna get
lane.
that up. And mid
Ooh,
lane,
another
the Jakiro
kill.
gets taken out. Patience taking a lot of damage. Sick doesn't have his ulti yet.
Wait,
Patience.
Night Stalker had him.
Yeah, there
Night
is
Stalker
going to
canceled the spell.
be a shackle here. Ethan probably will get dove now. Silence coming out as well. Not much Patience can do, but here comes a
Oh my
Tusk and
gosh.
Gyrocopter. The Impale lands as well. Kyo now in big trouble, and great shards here, locking him down. And UCLA coming back here in the mid game.
The greed from the offlaners is contagious. And U of A just getting Razor dies behind a tower, and then Jakiro dies, and then we have OD and Night Stalker dying behind a tower. Come on, guys, it's 12 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little bit too greedy with those dives.
Too much, too far, overextended.
The
Earthshaker,
ward
though,
gets
really
off.
close to his Blink Dagger. Maybe that's when we can see these dives working.
Yeah.
Oh, mid tower going down this early in the game is humongous.
Yeah, there's no way they can defend this. Not this early
Yeah.
in the game. Not
God,
against
those
wards.
wards are so strong. After a great laning phase, Shadow Shaman just being able to run up and take any tower he wants at level 6, taking mid tower, great choice.
A smoke up from 4 here on UCLA.
The heroes are just ready to die here. They're pushed super far.
Yeah,
And they're
the
coming
Patience
around.
with that vendetta as well. Is they're looking for a kill, probably looking for Zero here.
And
the
the
roll
port
in is
in,
going to
oh
come in.
boy.
Here comes the stun and the impale, and he's going to get blown up before he's able to do anything. And Jakiro gets
Right
some
in
spells out, but it's
trap.
not going to be enough. The missile lands on a creep. And that's just another successful gank there, just roaming as 5, and it's been working really well for UCLA ever since that mid fight.
Yeah, UCLA just they took a tower, grouped everyone up, and U of A is not ready to deal with their team fight. Oh,
Yeah.
we do have Blink Dagger Echo Slam here on Earthshaker.
Oh, this might be the
Come
beginning.
on!
4-man
Let's
Echo
go!
here, and the chain stun is going to be there. FFX making his team come back here, but now the Pandas player is going to be there, but he's going to just use this to retreat. Jakiro's going to be coming in. He does have a long range stun, but can they be able to hold this down? Jay Pinto will be taken down. One more hit will do it, and he does go down. The Pandas player is going to be ending in 1 second here. Oliver now exposed here, and the stun is going to be there from the Earthshaker and the slows and the damage there. FXX taking another kill. Well deserved from
That
the 4-man
Earthshaker
Echo.
got a Blink Dagger quickly, kept focus, kept farming. It got him very quick, and he did
Oh,
work.
he might even find
Oh my
HIFY here.
God.
Here comes
He
the
has a Fisher.
Fisher. One more hit will do it.
It's worth it.
FXF carrying.
Look at his goal. Look at his goal. The Blink Dagger's already paid for itself almost. He's
Oh
actually
my
almost
God.
paid for himself already. That's insane.
That is the dream reveal. Dream Blink Dagger
Yeah,
reveal.
that is. That was that was good. Oh, that was so good. You knew it was coming too. This is anticipation.
Yeah.
That it took UCLA all 5 of their players, but they started crushing U of A. All U of A needed was FXX to get a Blink Dagger and press Echo Slam right in the middle. Just show it off right in the middle of the entire enemy team. And I mean, sparks flew. It was a magical moment.
And yeah, he's feeling it too. He's going for a quick Shadow Blade right after his Blink
mobility.
Dagger. Yeah,
He
rather
wants to
than
get it.
usually
He
like
wants
a
to mess
Force
some
Staff
people
or
up.
something. Going
I
to
don't know
go
if he
for
can
the
get a
assassin,
next
though.
kill.
Yeah, he's
Just
the
having
mid
fun.
level. Oh, okay. FSX just baits out the Carapace, but he's not gonna commit to anything farther.
Another point here is FXF's mana pool is largely due to Arcane Boots, which is just
Hmm.
flat plus 250 mana. It's not intellect. So even so Nyx's mana burn is not super effective against Earth Spirit, especially because Earth Spirit's a strength hero.
Yeah,
Only gain 1.8 intellect level.
yeah, 38 intelligence on him.
So, so you can sit at a large mana pool without having to worry about the mana burn. Although he is getting a Shadow Blade too, which has
They might
a
go for
relative
patience here in the bot lane. Oh, a huge amount of damage. They are probably won't be able to kill him. Yeah,
Gonzo.
he won't even be able to get his carapace up. That silence lasts so long at nighttime, even at
Oh,
level 1.
I think UCLA needs to get a kill on the
Oh,
Earthshaker.
Oliver now getting chased down by Zero here. Are they going to get too greedy again? We'll see. Oliver is. Oh, there's a great wards coming out, trapping in Zero. Now he's going to
Trapping
be in
him.
big trouble. He should at least attack the wards. He's just kind of standing there. Ethan is going to be taken down to Zero's static field. Now, Jakiro is going to be in big trouble. The split is going to be ending very soon here. But FXX is just
Look
waiting
at
for that
FXX
thing
ready
to
to be
end.
the
And
MVP.
is he going to go with the yeah? But he gets trapped in his own fissure. But it's going to be okay. But the ward are going to be doing so much damage. But
Oh,
Patience
this
now
is so
coming
big.
in with the
This is, he
vendetta.
needs this kill.
He's going to be able to land the impale. It's going to be fine.
581.
And now Sejiro somehow still staying alive after all this is going to be able to just walk away.
That's what I was gonna say before we started getting all those fights. Is Earthshaker's worth a lot of money, and he spent all of his gold on zero stat items. Shadow Blade, no plus health. Arcane Boots, no plus health. Blink Dagger, no plus health. So even though he's very capable in these team fights we see, just run around dominated every lane on the map, he's not necessarily very tanky.
Yeah.
And there he goes, gets taken out. Almost 600 gold for the Nyx Assassin there. Nyx Assassin now third on net worth. And what's OG going for items?
In levels per se? Actually, he's actually now ahead of the OG, so really caught up there.
They
After
found the
Earthshaker.
gyrocopter farming. Nice starting to get XP. I don't know if he can get a kill.
He was going to sap XP here, yeah.
Odie wants to come, but there's no way he gets there. And he only has a Midas. That's a farming item, not a fighting item.
FXF might want to go for the kill here on J Pinto. He does pop that Shadow Blade with the Enchant Totem. So a huge amount of damage here. Okay, that was really lucky. Just doing this, the roll in there, and J Pinto
Bottom lane, though.
is not going to be able to save him. He's going to get taken down.
FXX just enchants that totem, and then his kills just go up.
Yeah,
So much
early
more to
Shadow
it, boys.
Blade. Kyo roaming into the mid lane. Still 2 minutes until the next night. Sick actually might get chased down here, but no, the missile comes. He has imprisonment to be able to save himself. He's a-okay.
I think they could have chased him into that imprisonment. He doesn't have a tower, and they could have just dropped a gyro ult on top.
Yeah,
Gyro had
they're
a DD.
scared because they didn't know where the Earthshaker
Yeah,
was.
SCP's in. Shaker. Oh, yes, he wants to fight. Doesn't look like he's going to catch anyone, though. Oh,
He
maybe a
might
gyro, but Nyx
find-
is right there.
Yeah, Shellblade running out. He gotta get out.
UCLA's grouping up again. Last time they grouped up, they wrecked wreaked havoc on U of A. See what they do. Is this a smoke they're grouping up for? Blink Dagger on the ground.
Oh, what? Why is there Blink Dagger there? Whose Blink Dagger is that?
It's got to be Panda, right? Or yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he was clearing the lane and dropped the Blink Dagger so it doesn't reveal it to the other team.
Now they can go on. They're baiting with this Night Stalker. This could go so. Oh no, they don't fall for it. They're going around. It looks like they want the Razor.
Patience
Let Panda
Vendetta.
lead first.
They're not going
Razor's about to break the smoke perfectly.
Oh yeah, that got broken. Oliver has a Blink Dagger. Here comes a slow. Here comes a roll in as well. It's going to get taken down without response here. And you see,
They go for the
Alberta
tower
just taking this
instead, no
opportunity
TP.
to do some damage to mid, but there is a fortification, so no one will do too much.
TP
here.
cancelled.
Oh, they catch a Brewmaster. He gets stunned. Can they kill him before his ulti comes
Nighttime
in?
silence.
Yes. The answer is an easy yes.
Behind them, though.
UCLA coming in with a vengeance here. And Odie gets taken out immediately. No chance for Night Stalker as well. And he's going to roll in. Jakiro gets taken down in the back. Kyo doing so much damage, but it's not going to be enough to be able to kill Ethan. And that's going to be a 4-for-1 trade. Not even be able to take the tower full, Alberta.
That was so amazingly well done by UCLA. They catch the Razor, breaks the smoke, Panda jumps on him, they get the kill, and then even losing a Panda before Primal Split goes off, they get 4 of U of A's heroes. Now, when Panda respawns, which is going to be after the Shadow Shaman wards, pressure T2 mid, maybe even take it, they're going to have Primal split. They're going to be ready to fight again. Gyrocopter ults back in 6 seconds. Panda's back in 2 seconds. They're ready to go. Their team is actually just ready to fight again, and they just took a tower and a team fight.
Fortunately,
Oh, can they
Queen's
catch
taking
the...
the last. The gyrocopter just went the wrong way. Try FY. You saw the Fisher
I
come
think
out that direction, but he decided to go up there. But Patience gonna be able to find a revenge kill on FXF. He doesn't have enough mana, but he's going to be able to chase him down with the SNY with the Nyx Assassin. And also,
Yes.
second the backline is picking up the Ethan as well.
I think it was a miscommunication by Gyro, because they were ready to go, and Gyro just ran right in, and his team all went the other way.
Have you ever seen Nyx build this way? I have
Well,
never seen something like this.
if you look at Nyx's level 25 talents, plus 100 agility is kind of insane.
Oh, that's crazy.
And being able to have a build that allows you to actually fight on Nyx, especially because they did run him as the farming mid laner.
Yeah.
It does make sense. He's already almost level
This
16.
is so weird. Nyx has more strength gain than he does agility and for an agility hero.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What
Cool
an interesting
fact.
hero. U of A getting a lot of space because of Panda pushing top. He has Blink, he has Primal Split. He's not in a lot of danger.
Oh, Nyx Assassin going for an E-Blade as well. Yeah, to combine with the plus 100 agility at 25, that was a huge amount of damage.
Oh yeah, both auto attack and from E-Blade's cast.
Yeah. Oh,
followed up by a mana burn on an OD.
OD getting E-Bladed, then the mana burn. Oh my god, that's gonna be so much damage.
Living up to his name, Patience, waiting till 25 before he wins the mid lane.
Yeah.
He can call mid was easy after he starts 1 or 2 shotting OD. E-Blade. Oh, bottom lane we might see something. Is there any sight to catch this guy?
He's gonna be able to find him here. Might be
no. Oh, there's a dust. But they're on a shrine.
Balance comes out as well, so he won't be able to pop his Carapace. But the TPs are coming in. Oh, FX just gets out of there. Patience not going to be able to get taken down. That Mega Urn came out a little bit too late. If they actually popped the Mega Urn from the start of the gank, Patience might have went down from the reduction on healing.
Oh.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Very important.
Events.
FXX is set up 10 seconds on Echo. He wants to do it. Oh, he wants to go so bad. He wants to do it.
Oh, just do it. Do it.
One more. Bonk.
Oh, come on. I guess
he wishes he cast it. He's going. Don't leave. Do it.
He's gonna stay around.
He wants another wave. As soon as the next wave shows up, he's gonna go, I bet.
Oh, but J Pinto's here as well. No, Ethan's getting out. Oh,
there it is.
He's gonna be solo on the Brewmaster.
He doesn't have the mana.
No Fisher. Oh, the mistakes. And there's a sentry around, but do they have a dust? Oh, they also have a dust. And in fact, this gets dropped down. He's going to be able to get killed by just the pounding of these bears.
Now, did the dust actually hit Earthshaker? Because he was under Sentry Ward when he died, and he was in the air when he was dusted. Also, top lane.
Oh,
way off.
Oh,
Impale,
misses
way
the
off.
Impale. Zero now turning around with that Blade Mail. Patience is going to be able to pop that Carapace, though, trying to force Zero away from him.
How frustrating. I have the Storm hitting spiked Carapace.
Yeah, not much you can do, but especially with the new Unstable Current as well. Not much.
Also, yeah, Unstable Current. Oh, we might have something going on around Roche, or they're just going to walk right by each other. Ring around the Rosie.
Very close game so far, 23 minutes between these two teams. Oh, it's going to be a smoke coming out here from Alberta. Zero leading the charge. And HIFY is going to be in the front. Zero is going to start absorbing his damage. But HIFY moves real fast in the airplanes. J Pinto traps himself in the shards. HIFY is going to get out. He's so fast in the Mask of Madness. But huge amount of AoE damage coming out here. But they're kind of staying alive so far. The wards get dropped. And FXX gets trapped between the wards. Zero still doing damage here. He's still alive. Patience now getting a Mega earned and lands an Impale on that OD. The courier finally ends going down. The missile completely whiffs. That will be able to find the courier. The Keo finds the Patience and now he's trying to run away downwards. But that won't be very good for him, especially with the missile chasing after him. But the Mega Urn is healing him quite a bit. Oliver blinks ahead of him. Not going to get the slam up, but he's going to be going down anyways.
Oh my god.
What a chaotic fight.
What? The positioning was so, like, it looked so good for U of A going and catching the gyro off guard, draining all his damage. And then when all of your or four of your players get caught right up above the shrine where the team can go and heal, gyro turns right back around. Doesn't matter how much health he has. He just presses ult, hit a double rocket on 4 heroes. That was that. UCLA just needed to hit their spells, and they probably would have hit 6, 7, 8, 9 players on U of A with how close quarters that was.
Well, looks like I actually we have been casting this game without any in-game sound. Let me see if I can fix that
Just the
real
beautiful
quick.
sound of your voice is all I need.
At least we caught your voice.
Perfect. Earthshaker wants to go for a solo kill again. This hasn't been going well for him in the past. Let's see what happens this time. Get him on top of the creeps. Oh, he's gonna group them all up. Oh my god.
Yeah, this comes the Echo Slam, and it's going to be taken down.
There it is.
How
Gyro
does
was
he-
on their team there, pulling a kobold camp on top of him.
Uh,
In the meantime, Gyro's topping net worth, followed by Razor, who is just slightly ahead of Nyx, who is almost tied with OD, being the top 4 in a bracket of their own.
okay, we have sound. Sorry about
Nice.
that, guys. I don't know, like, I just had it on normal setting. They usually work, but I guess
Smoke coming out from U of
update
A,
might have fucked that up.
but it looks like if they take this fight mid, I don't know if they're going to win it 3v4, potentially if Nyx makes it.
Smoke is coming out. They do not know. I mean, they're actually on top of a ward right now, so they see exactly where they are.
Oh, they just lost a
Oh.
fight here. Do they want to go back into this bloodbath?
Yeah, they actually just got spotted out by the tower. The darkness comes out a little bit too slow. If they pop the darkness a little bit earlier, they might have been okay. But now Kyo is trapped on top of this ward spot. He's just going to TP out. Yeah, if the darkness
Back.
came out a little bit earlier, the tower would not have spotted them. But unfortunately, that tower
That's very-
spotted them.
Very unfortunate because Earthshaker was split pushing bottom and he's forced to back up when U of A lost sight of UCLA. It wasn't safe for him to stay down there anymore.
Yeah.
Now a smoke, counter smoke coming out from UCLA. Darkness is still up for not very long. Jakiro's not the kill they want. And all of UC or U of A is ready to fight here. This time it's going to be on by UC or U of A shrine. Here we go.
Flank in, but the three of them group them quite tightly. FFX but kind of stuns himself on that carapace though. They're actually going to find Ethan, who's trying to lay down the wards here in the middle here. HFY now getting burned up, but he's going to be fine. And then, meanwhile, the Razor is going to be stunned up and CC'd, and he's going to be taken down. Keo might be the next target. No more darkness is here, so he's going to be quite slow. And 3 for 2 exchange here, excuse me. But FXX once more, like, they don't really have damage to follow up. Now SYC is going to chase down. He's going to look for a deny here against the Roshan. No, actually, he just pushes himself through
Slick.
the wall and TP's out.
I mean, we were talking about the space being made early on, but if you want to talk about space, Razor had 3 UCLA heroes chasing him for at least half of that fight. And with 3 heroes focusing on Razor, U of A wasn't even able to they got the Shadow Shaman, but they weren't able to finish off the gyro. And that just really makes me feel as though UCLA is in just so much better position right now. If Razor can keep 3 people distracted and U of A still is unable to do anything. I think a big part is OD's item build is quite slow. Hand of Midas into Hurricane Pike. Obviously, Hurricane Pike, the mobility is great, but OD's not really a huge source of damage. The only way he's going to do much is if he gets many auto attacks off with Arcane Orb, which does quite a bit of damage, but OD's having issues really getting a lot of attacks off, and he's having to use Astral Imprisonment defensively almost every fight. So yeah, he really needs to get a huge intellect lead in Sanity's Eclipse. But right now, honestly, Razor just seems like almost all the damage for U of A apart from the burst that Earthshaker can offer.
Yeah.
Here's the
Alberta
smoke from
just
U of A
haven't been
looking to
able
get
find
back
the
in.
Good initiation since that great four-man Echo.
There's a BKB picked up on Panda. And an E-Blade picked up on Nyx.
huge.
This is what we were waiting for.
Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on Nyx here coming up. See who can he really just take down. He has right now about 130 agility.
Also, keep in mind that Aether Shock deals 320 damage on top of E-Blade.
Yeah. They find J Pinto with the smoke, but they're not exactly what they're looking for, but they'll still take it.
They'll
They
take
take it
it.
down. Here comes the call down.
And a missed gyro ult makes a better trade. Missed gyro ult before a Roshan attempt.
Yeah, Patience looking for a target with his Vendetta. Looks like there was a stun here on the Night Stalker. Kyo is unfazed, however. Push forward. Oh, J Pinto buys back. They want to fight this. HFY, he's damage getting drained right now by the Razor. He's going to go in deep for that. Now he might be a little bit of trouble. He does have the BKB still. Patience now getting banished here. Ethan might be a little bit pushing too far out of the Shadow Shaman. Here comes the punch on SYC though. He doesn't have his BKB yet. The Panda split is going to be there. The Tornado is going to be on the Jakiro. SYC is going to imprison himself defensively. Yet again, Zero is going to be destroying himself out. There comes the hammer, but he won't be able to pick up any kills here. Patience barely beating him out. And 3 for none there. 1 buyback was a trade there. And great win for UCLA, now being eligible for taking this Roshan.
Very well done by UCLA. One of the weaknesses of Razor is he does have the downtime where his static link, he doesn't have the static link damage or right before he loses it. And, excuse me, a big part of that fight was Razor was losing his damage right as the fight started getting into a point where he could run in and fight. He had to back out because he was about to drop all of his damage. I don't even think he was able to finish off Rasta. In addition to that, Earthshaker got picked off before he even got Echo with the Nyx E-Blade into Impale. He just got blown right up. And from that point, UCLA was in such a dominating position to just control the fight. Razor having to back out, Earthshaker not being able to get his spells off. OD was the only real threat there, and he just got caught up between every single hero there. Gyro, Nyx, and I believe Panda were beating on him at the end.
It seems like Alberta has like decent amount of damage, but they just can't apply it properly.
That's how I feel as well.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's getting split between all the 5 heroes, and then actually be able to focus it and achieve kills, and of course, you know, win the team fight through it.
I feel the same way, but as UCLA wins more and more fights, they're getting farther and farther ahead, making U of A's ability to win these fights just dwindling away. They've had poor positioning, or maybe they get initiated on. But I do think U of A can still, they just need one good fight. They need Earthshaker to do what he did the first time he got his Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Just get that one initiation, and I think U of A has what it takes to get back into this game. BKB picked up on Razor as well. He's had that for a little while, actually.
Still only 2k lead, though, for this UCLA stack here. Patience though, now looking for a kill on SYC, and there comes the big damage, but not enough. But he's going to be able to take it taken down by Patience as soon as he comes out in person, thanks to that Carapace. Ethan is going to be sacrificed for that, but well worth it. Actually, 363 gold for that OD, but 526 for that Shadow Shaman. And the OD isn't doing very good. Echo Slam actually on Patient there. FXF pops his BKB. He's just kind of staying there. He's getting the world's punched up. He's going to be able to stun up the Tusk. J Pinto is going to pay with his life probably. Yeah, though he's going to go down to that flame. HFY now turning on Zero. Zero taking a huge amount of damage. Patient is going to be able to finish him up, but the flames are going to be able to burn down the Nyx Assassin. Oliver finally finally using that split. Now, HFY again taking a huge amount of damage from the Jakiro, doing so much work with his AoE. Now he might be in trouble here with the split chasing him down. Kyo gets stunned by the Earth Panda, and HFY does damage to the tower and contributes to damage with that flat cannon.
Jeez, what an insane fight, back and forth. Everyone was so low, but UCLA ended up taking it in the end, keeping the gyrocopter up, and just it seems like, oh, Earthshaker, he's going in. He wants to do something.
Yeah, he's looking for something, but
he wants him so bad.
Okay, this looks a little fishy here. And here comes a cooldown. So FXF just blinks out, just scares him. But SYC sees here. That's the damage they're looking for. And the Hurricane Pies will be there, and there's no way he's getting out of that one.
There we go. That fight's looking a lot better now, especially with OD picking that kill up for 500 gold.
So, if this game goes on for a very long time, who do you think has the advantage here when it comes to a late game lineup?
Well, Nyx is going to go for the 100 agility, so you have to remember he's going to be an actual hero. He also is going, even though he's also going Dagon. Gyro, I kind of want to... I think I would give it actually to
It's pretty
U
close,
of
right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem super one-sided. Although Jakiro did go for 40 dual breath burn damage over 200 attack range, 250 attack range, which I think is actually insane,
Yeah.
especially because it allows him to scale as a bit of a right clicker.
Oh, it's stun
Tusk
coming
isn't
down
going to
to
do any
patience
damage
here,
late.
but now FX has kind of overextended himself, only half health initiating into that. He pops his BKB a little bit late here. Actually, this is looking like a really good fight for Alberta. They pop the dust, but patience is so fast, he just runs out of there. Getting 3 out of that. Actually, not 3, that is, Gyros has been dead for a while. Now
What
these
is this
snakes are
game
denying
going back
themselves.
and forth? I thought UCLA was just going to slowly take it and then they take a fight, but then they drop a kill, and now U of A is right back in the game. There's only a 1k gold difference.
Yeah.
This
And
is
this game
ridiculous.
is so close. 36 kill to 33 now. And tier 2 getting taken down. Finally, there's the first tier 2
Let's
falling for
go, tier
UCLA.
3s.
And with that, looking for a tier 3 as well. Gyro is back, he's trying to clear some with that
Ooh,
call
Night
down.
Stalker's getting
Night
wild.
Stalker taking a lot of damage to the E-Blade. He's going to the save by the Astral Imprisonment. He's going to be A-okay. He's going to get drugged up a little bit here. Zero taking a huge amount of damage from those right clicks from HIFY. They're just going to be happy with the damage done with the tier 3. They actually have done about 3/4 of that health. So next time when they come over, it's going to be a very easy tower to take.
You should take a look at Shaker's item build.
Shaker. Oh my goodness, that is a Daedalus.
For a crit. So, what we can tell from this is that Earthshaker wants to be a carry. We can tell that from his play. Very aggressive, greedy, looking for kills. I really don't like Daedalus on Earthshaker. I think it is very cheesy. And the fact of the matter is, if you want to go damage on Earthshaker, you build a Harder Tarask.
I
Because
agree,
it's the highest
because
damage item for Earthshaker with the scaling on Enchant Totem, as well as it offers survivability. He doesn't have a life stealer, life draining him to worry about, which is one of the counters to Heart. Yeah, I just think Daedalus is cheesy and unreliable in comparison to Heart, which is extremely reliable
yeah.
and very useful.
Because I mean, what they're depending on what with the Daedalus pickup is that Shadow Blade enchant totem. I hope you get that crit on the first hit and do massive amount of damage. But of course, that means you have to cross your fingers and get quite lucky. And of course, that damage actually isn't really amplified by the enchant totem, as you mentioned. Enchant totem only increases your base damage by percentage.
Yep.
Oliver
As well,
actually
always
getting
get a
spotted
enchant
here
totem
by
card.
Kyo. Stun is going to be coming out, but they could just answer the improvement Q if they want to save it, but it's going away. He just take the damage. Doing decent damage to Oliver, and that 8 intelligence stolen here for OD.
Yeah, a little bit. Tower goes down. In the meantime, Jakiro is doing a little bit of split pushing. Hannah's going to come look for him. Game slowed down a bit here. Both teams completely aware of how dangerous the other team is. Dagon picked up on Nick, so he's going to look for a solo kill. Oh, he might just find one. 2,500 health, that's a lot.
So Gyrocopter has been the first hero that just reached level 25. He hasn't picked his ulti yet, not ulti, level 25 talent. It's either the global cooldown, which was his old Aghanim Scepter, or get 3
It's going to be 3. I don't think you ever take global call down unless you're in a pub.
Yeah, he takes the homing missile charges, and he's not.
One of them can win you the game, and the other one's just kind of fun to do.
Yeah. Of course, there is the OD, which is probably one of the best counters to that triple missile, but still very threatening.
Can't save 3 people, and once Astral's down, getting that combo is such a big deal.
Yeah.
Just the control, it's so strong, especially with how much control his team already has. Jaro is actually quite a defensive item build.
Yeah, he went for that Mask of Madness, which is of course very aggressive, but afterwards they taking that very stat heavy item SNY, Hurricane Pike, and then Lincoln Sphere. Looks like he took the Lincoln Spear because he doesn't want to get his damage drained by the Razor.
Yeah, it also does block Fisher.
Alright, so looks
And
like
push
Alberta
attempt.
getting aggressive here. Roshan is soon we'll know how when it's going to take. It's going to be 3 seconds until we find out. And it's going to be very important to see who taking that fight here. It's 2 minutes and 14 seconds, almost like the max time here.
Hey.
I'm not sure who that favors, but that's going to slow down the game a little bit.
It is, definitely. Both teams are able to farm their side of the map. It's both scared of pickoffs. It is nighttime. As soon as nighttime ends, I wouldn't be surprised to see UCLA make a move.
Yeah.
Nyx is still getting close to 25.
These bounty runes are worth so much experience now. He's gonna pick one up for himself right here. Get level 24.
Double damage.
Yeah, DD, E-Blade, Dagon. It's a scary Nyx right now. Things coming out in top lane. Missile looking for the target of Jakiro. Jakiro not gonna hide in the trees. And cooldown is coming out. Looks like that's gonna be a support sacrifice coming out here. There's gonna be a Warless Punch, but Jakiro is incredibly tanky. Fisher is gonna come out to try to help him. Oh! But the Eagle Slam misses thanks to that snowball! Now FXX is gonna be in big trouble. He has no way of getting out. Actually, no, he has a Shadow Blade, but do they have detection? They do not have detection. FXX staying around. He right now has a Chrysalis. So he can do quite a bit of damage.
Shadow Shaman.
His teammates are coming in to help, and the crit is going to be there to take down J Pinto. Instant gets immediately taken down. Nicholson trying to do something. The split comes out. KO and FXX running the charge with the BKBs up, but FXX now gets taken down by the Dagon tower. Now Zero going really aggressively.
This is very dangerous. Plus
buyback again from the Tusk. Now stun coming out here from the stone, and the missile gonna be falling off very soon here. The impale to follow up very soon.
No. It seemed like U of A gets ahead of themselves a lot in these fights, where, like, after Brewmaster ults, I don't think Night Stalker BKBs and runs in and starts fighting.
Yeah.
I think they want to win more than they are capable of winning, if that makes sense. They seem very like, yeah, they want to do it just because.
I find a lot of times OD and OD and the Razor aren't really participating in team fight together. It's like one's running out when one's running in, and like they kind of do that, like, you know, kind of like dance, and it feels like there isn't really a lot of communication between the two carries there.
Sometimes. Yeah, the Night Stalker, Earthshaker, and Jakiro combo should be working around the OD and Razor combo, I feel. OD using Imprisonment to block a rocket, but Gyro has charges on those. He's not too concerned.
Yeah. And first tier 3 gets taken down here by UCLA.
Shrines are now open, Roshan is now up, and we're getting double runes. Yeah, no one's gonna check Roshan. I guess they must know he's up.
Here in the game. Still only a 3k lead for UCLA. Definitely the next fight is still up in the air.
Close.
FXX actually has Daedalus recipe in his backpack. I'm not sure if I agree with that instead of saving for buyback. $1,000 useless item. Zero is gonna be draining.
He's Earthshaker's been playing aggressive all game, and that's just a classic by him. Rather carry a recipe than buyback.
Yeah. And how much is buyback worth? 1,400. So yeah, 1,000 gold. Very relevant here for his buyback.
Are they just gonna go for this?
Yeah, Zero has so much damage, 280 damage.
But it's gonna lose it in just a moment. They know. Gyrocopter ult's insane here. Wards are insane here.
Darkness gets popped. Here comes a call down, catching both the carries, but they have both popped BKB at the same time. They can just kite this out and force out the BKB. Zero's BKB is already out. FX finds the patient in the backline, but he pops the Carapace. He actually is going to get out. He actually does get out. SYC going in there. The hammer doesn't do too much damage. HIFY is going to be ally taken down. The Cyclone is going to be keeping OD out of this fight for a little while, but Zero taking so much damage away from the Panda right now. 240, 260, 280 max damage stolen. Ethan drops the ward and immediately gets dropped himself. And now, oh my god, Razor takes huge amount of damage from the combo from Patience. Zero, can his team save him? He's gonna get taken down. That was a buyback from HIFY. Now, Alberta is scrambling to get away here. Missile coming out trying to get SYCC. Lincoln gets popped. Does he have improvement? He does have improvement. There's going to be improvement to save him, but Jakiro is not going to be enough for him to survive. Does he have a Blink Dagger? No, he doesn't have Blink Dagger right now, and he's going to get stunned and taken down by the E-Blade.
U of A is really good at going forward. I think their weakness is going backwards.
But even surprisingly, after that team fight, still a team fight win there for U of A because of that double buyback from Patience and HIFY on the Alberta side. But of course, there is a buyback from the Jakiro as well, and no buyback on Razor, who bought back in the last fight. So,
would you still say the team fight win after both these barracks go down mid?
No, definitely not. So that's the power of buybacks right there. Unfortunately, OD not saving the 4 buybacks here. It's going to cost his team the
Oliver
racks,
will
but
drop.
Oliver now he gets taken down, probably gets
Still
slowed down. He gets
fine.
split in 11 seconds, but that's definitely not going to be enough.
Rax is gone. Long hair don't care.
Yeah.
Game's gonna go back now, so there are no buybacks on UCLA. So they're gonna play it safe for a little bit, and Roshan's up. This Roshan might be the game-deciding fight here. No one really in a position able to take Roshan. UCLA 8 seconds on wards. I think UCLA is in a better position to get Roshan.
Yeah.
Although they are missing buybacks, and Panda does have buyback though.
600 gold away from the OD's buyback.
Ras the
4
Shaman
minutes
just
on
picked up
Razor.
+1 Serpent wards, max HP. Which is gonna be a big deal in this next team fight, which is likely gonna happen at Roshan.
Yeah. Shackle Duration, pretty insane
Not this
talent, but of
game.
course very hard to be actually utilized properly.
The only hero they can't break shackles is Razor.
Yes.
And he's definitely not the person you want to be shotgunning up with his ulti going up and zapping you.
Exactly, as well. OD trying to take Roshan. Not a fast Roshaner because Arcane Orb does not work. None of the UCLA players are here.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah, they're all the way on the other side of the map
But
here,
they
but
do-
they're
like,
scrambling
they
as fast as
damage
they
to
can.
Roshan. Like, this is pathetic. You have to fight.
So slow.
You cannot expect to beat Roshan before you get caught. Like, look how slow this is.
Yeah. No minus armor on their team whatsoever. No solar crest.
No way. There's in a million years they don't finish this. They must know they have
Here
to take
comes
this
Ice
fight.
Shard for the scouting. Ice Shard is going to be able to see it. Oh, 20% HP left. Can they do this? Patience
There's
is
no-
coming in,
they're
but
so
his
slow.
Vendetta ends. Here comes a call down. And the Hex coming out on the Razor as well. A big Echo Sound FX. Only action just
Zyro,
landed
no
too.
buyback.
They're turning on HIF. He doesn't have buybacks. If they can take him down, this might be huge. He actually gets taken down right now. Patience now in big
Roshan.
trouble. There's detection. The Roshan goes down to the Jakiro. The Aegis gets picked up by Ethan. Actually, he denied it with the Serpent Wards. I don't know who ended up with the cheese here, but 4 down right now for UCLA. And Kyo flying over the wall. The blink daggers are there for Oliver. Can they chase this down? Kyo is very fast in the nighttime. Here is going to stun, but Split coming out in 7 seconds again, thanks to level 25 talent. They'll be able to probably kill him, or can they? FSX stunning him. He's going to blink.
Do they know?
No, he's going to Split coming out. No,
Oh.
stun is going to be there in time.
U of A. Get into those bait. Get into the base. Mid
Right,
tower
so
has no
who
health
took
U of A.
cheese? Well, cheese
I
did
must have
that as
got.
well.
Cheese must have got. Oh, cheese is night as well. Oliver bought back. What's he gonna do? Put someone in the air? Who cares?
Great play by
They're
the
missing
Shadow
Jakiro
Shaman.
though, the only tower hitter apart from Earthshaker's Enchanting Totem.
Yeah,
And
and he's the only one that's dead. But a huge creep wave though. This is gigantic creep wave. They're going in super defense.
There's
Crit
the
is going to be the
crit.
1900 damage from FSF.
Oh
That Shadow
my
Shaman had
lord.
no chance to survive that. But this tower is getting taken down so slow.
You know, we
Oh
flamed
my
the
God, Kyo
crit.
attacks
That,
so fast with a level 25 talent of his as well. What is 140 attack speed in Hunter of the Night?
it's
Oh
it's
God.
very difficult to argue against the crit shaker when he crits every single time he attacks.
Yeah. No, he's been very successful with that build so
You know,
far.
if the item's 100% crit chance, it is definitely very strong.
And they're going against the Brewmaster. He's going to split up very soon as well. FSX stunning him up. They do finally take their first lane of racks, and they're looking for a second one. 24 seconds for Gyro to come back up, so they have still plenty of time here. FSX can
And
slow down Oliver.
20 seconds until Aghanim is on. Oh, Razor's not gonna want to fight.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Yeah, no, but no nighttime though, so that means Kyo's insane attack speed isn't going to be there. 10 seconds until the Gyro
They
copter comes
BKB'd
back
for
up. This
this.
might be a little
He's
bit
gonna die to
risky.
creeps. Come
Yeah, they
on,
won't take this.
guys.
They gotta get out
Middle
ASAP.
barracks have fallen.
Remember, Shrine is still up, so they can just backstab them.
Yep.
But yeah, Razor keeping it out very smartly there, and Gyrocopter just gonna roll out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, insanely close game, but finally a significant lead here for Alberta. 16k lead. This game has stayed within the 3k lead.
Oh
between
my
the two
God.
teams, and finally, huge lead being taken here by Alberta.
Yeah, this is insane. This game has been back and forth, even with UCLA winning 2 or 3 fights in a row. U of A was right there, but there it is. U of A finally taking over. Not getting their greed punished.
Yeah. Oh, this next fight is going to be a tough one for UCLA, being so far behind. Huge item being completed here from the side of Alberta.
Look at Nick's. Nick's attack is insane.
Oh, does he get level 25?
Yeah. He's just so quick. Boom, boom, boom.
250, 200, what, 260 agility? Oh my god, that's crazy. How much damage does Ether Blade do? 2 times your primary attribute plus 75 damage. So that's like what, like 500 damage?
It's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And then amplifies your Dagon damage and your mana burn damage as well.
It's yeah, it's pretty insane.
Oh, Kiro picks up a AC as well on the Night Stalker. This Night Stalker
Oh,
is
that's
really
good.
strong.
That helps a lot against the AoE damage from flat
Yeah.
cannon as well.
Oh, Kyo is
And it helps
going
her
to get
push.
pulled up here.
Hero's dead. Yeah,
Ethan's
push.
going to be able to help his friend here. Shackle comes out as well. Did he get too
Is it a
greedy?
bait?
But no, there's Imprisonment coming out. And a two-man
Looks like it's a
Echo Slam
bait.
going to be on the supports. Now the Fisher is going to trap down the Gyrocopter. He does have the Hurricane Pike to be able to get out though. Can they
Static
chase him
Wings
down
on
any
cooldown.
farther? Kyo? No. They cannot. The Impale misses. Now they can just go
Backdoors
to
up.
this Rax. They have backdoor protection, but they don't care. They have the Razor, Aghanim Scepter taken away. Actually, no, they don't. They do care. They don't want to take that, especially with the creeps there. And the creeps are going to be hitting very soon. 60 seconds on Tusk, 50 seconds on Shadow Shaman, no buyback in sight. And they're going to be able to sacrifice its range racks. Not much they can do to protect against that.
Radiant's middle barracks
One
have
more
fallen.
racks remaining for UCLA.
Jeez.
What can UCLA do here?
UCLA needs to. They
can
need an
really
initiation
defend
and they
this.
need someone to be thrown in the
Here's
air.
a BKB popped by the Nyx Assassin. Impale lands, but the Force Staff is going to be able to get FX out of there. But the attack is so fast from Patience, it's crazy. Right click Nyx. But he's now, BKB is over, so his fun time is over. He needs to get out now.
Nope.
The Macro Pyre is going to be there, and Kyo is just running him down with the Hunter in the night. Zero taking big damage from the Panda and the Gyrocopter, but he's going to be able to stay alive with 200 health.
Radiant's middle tower
Kyo
is
still
under
on the
attack.
hunt. He is so powerful right now. Takes a missile to the face, and he's gonna be able to take this tower, final tower here, and the
They
Mega
creeps.
Creep soon to follow.
Radiant's
And
bottom
stun coming out on Ethan, poor support. He just respawned. He finally drops down the ward, but the racks are already taken. They're just gonna walk out here.
Radiant's middle tower has
Night Stalker
fallen.
did an excellent job staying relevant
Tier
this
4
game.
falls as
In,
well.
in contrast to, let's say, Tusk, a hero that's very difficult to take late game because he already doesn't do damage in the early game and mid game. Tusk is almost strictly a utility hero, and
Night Stalker's a
as
proper
the game
carry
goes
right
late,
now.
we see it being more and more difficult for Tusk to be a valuable member of his team because he doesn't offer any damage. Whereas then you on the flip side, you look at Night Stalker, level 25 plus 140, 100 in the night attack speed, very easy to scale that hero late.
Yeah, now both of those talents are insanely good depending on the matchup. Oh, man,
Throughout the
100
mid game and even the early game, is we found we observed both teams having a hard time getting a lead, and as we go into the late game, U of A is just having no problem getting more and more gold advantage and taking more and more fights because of how well they're scaling in contrast to UCLA.
This is one of the crazier things about these new patches is because some of these talents make these supports so powerful in the late game.
I
they
love
just
it. I
become core.
love how they're doing the 25 talents as like win conditions. I think
Yeah.
that's so great. I think it's just such a great way to handle it. Roshan, 1 minute 30 till he may respawn.
Alberta might just wait for this to come out. Actually, they have not taken Shrine, so Shrine might be the next target.
Yeah, likely. And yeah, the safe play is Shrines and Roshan, definitely.
Yeah, this next one is going to be Refresher Shard as well, so big Roshan coming up if they do decide to wait
Nullifier
for it.
on Night Stalker with 140 attack speed. He's
Oh, that's
building it. He
crazy.
doesn't have it.
A huge amount of
That's
slow,
gonna
and
be
if you
very
get
good
caught
against the
within
Brewmaster.
Macro Pyre and getting nullified,
Oh yeah.
that's crazy.
BSJ actually went Nullifier on PL, which people
Oh.
criticize
Interesting.
because it has no stats, but then you realize that PL is attacking 50 times a second,
Yeah.
and Nullifier is absolutely insane.
And then you got a Diffusal Blade as well, so the PL just has slows for days.
Yeah. They didn't end up winning the game, but that was a fun item build.
Oh, I also saw Moon Meander built the hammer. Echo Hammer, is that what's called? No, what is it?
Meteor Hammer.
He
Yeah.
built that on Beastmaster.
Yes.
And in a pro game against Optic as well. Like what he does is he summons all his animals and his Necro book, shouts
Yeah.
at someone, and then just start channeling the the Meteor Hammer, and then he extends the stun for like 3 seconds afterwards, and that's huge amount of damage. That's
Beastmaster
kinda
actually
crazy.
has insane solo kill potential if he can get off to a good start.
Yeah.
And I mean, Meteor Hammer's one way to handle that.
And Alberta getting impatient here. They do not want to wait for the Roshan, so they're going to be pushing in here. Just safely though. We'll see how UCLA can respond to this. They do have the Gyrocopter, which is one of the best heroes at clearing big waves of creep thanks to that flat cannon.
And he did spec into it at 10 or 15 plus 3 flat cannon attacks. Looks like we're waiting 15 seconds for a quick Roshan.
Oh yeah, that is incredibly
Shrines
quick.
are down, and then UCLA will take the Roshan and go for the win. UCLA needs to somehow keep the creeps out of their base and win a Roshan fight, I believe. They've had such great success earlier on with their area of effect.
Oh, they
wow,
see
that
the
timing
Roshan.
on Razor Plasma Fields, less than a second after Roshan respawned. I mean, U of A is terribly slow.
Who do you think they give this
killing
for sure
Roshan.
to? Razor for that double Eye of the Storm Egglin build?
Oh my god, that and double Shivas even.
Oh yeah, that would be, and then double, obviously the VKB as well. Or because they could give it to Earthshaker for the double Echo Slap.
No, that would be really fun actually.
Yeah, it could be very fun. Double Macro Fire seems kind of janky. Probably
No,
not.
no, don't even say that.
Okay, so who took it? Refresher Shard is going to be on that Razor, so we're going to be seeing the double Eye of the Storm, which do stack. One of the weird buffs that do stack in the game with Refresher.
Yeah, I have the Storm. Just amazingly powerful. And it hits buildings because he has Aghanims.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's the safe.
Oh,
Obviously,
Echo Slam coming out. They're going to push Next Assassin to safety. Actually going to be able to get out. Great play there, but they have detection though. Patience, one more hit. Killzora chasing down. Oh, that push is going to be there.
he has cheese on Night Stalker.
And then HIF are trying to do so much damage with his flat cannons, but it's going to be enough. J Pinto gets taken by the arcane orbs there. The split does come out, and the wards are going to be there, but Kyo just kind of walks out of that. The tornado is going to be there trying to stun up the OD. The triple missile gets used by the gyrocopter. It doesn't really do much here in the situation. Then double Idol Storm is going away right now in 0. And look at the damage it's doing to these towers. Oh my god, this Ancient is getting shredded
Just
by
melting.
it. Ethan trying to do something, but not much a poor little Shell Shaman can do. Imprisonment in the fountain right now. SYCC is going to get taken down.
There it is.
Not going to get taken down, and there's the Ancient falling down from that rated double Eye of the Storm. And a great back and forth game, 57-minute match.
That was an insane game. The teams are well matched. I'm not going to be surprised if we go to Game 3 tonight. A couple things that just absolutely embodied University of Alberta in this win to me are the ridiculously greedy plays from Earthshaker, including just fighting everybody, never going back and taking a Daedalus recipe instead of buyback, or Night Stalker BKBing and diving a T2 after a Brewmaster split. UFA refuses to ever, once they cross the river, they don't ever go back unless they die. And you could even see that in that very last team fight. University of Alberta probably could have just went in and killed the Ancient. I felt like the game was definitely won after both shrines. They had Refresher Shrine, they had Cheese, they had Aegis. But instead, U of A's approach to finishing the game was just to brawl with UCLA, beat them down right to the entrance of their fountain, and then go to the Ancient, rather than just keeping their eyes on the prize and taking the buildings they need to win. I just, in my mind, I didn't see any reason they really needed to take a fight. They did not. I was not on the same page. They walked in there swinging and just went right after UCLA.
Love Alberta's playstyle. I mean, also like remember UCLA also played incredibly well that game as well. They came from a huge deficit at the start of the early game. The early game was going all Alberta's
Alberta had
way.
a
They were
difficult
winning
time.
all the lanes. Razor took out that Brewmaster like 3 times in lane. Earthshaker even getting some solo kills against the Gyrocopter. It looked like it was going all Alberta's way, but UCLA somewhat brought it back for a very long time and kept the game even.
We talked about it during the draft, but Razor's is insane during the lane, and he makes space for everyone else because of how difficult it is to deal with him in the lane. You have to commit a lot, and UCLA's strategy was just to leave Brewmaster alone with Razor, and Brewmaster got punished very hard for it. We weren't sure if Nyx was going to go off lane, but the thing is Nyx would have lost just as hard. Nyx and Brewmaster, neither of them are going to do anything against the Razor. Obviously, Nyx later on can get Carapace off extremely easy on Razor, but during the laning phase, Razor's just gonna free farm that essentially. He's gonna take the damage. He doesn't have to put any points in his E. He's not gonna ever proc Carapace. He's just gonna take Nyx's damage and walk away, walk back to lane, and just hit all the creeps he wants.
Yeah. I'm gonna
And I think
just
that was it.
transition
Just
over to our cams.
let's get. Oh, I'll sit
So
up
they
straight
can,
then.
yeah.
Fine.
So they can see our
This is
beautiful
how I sit
faces.
normally. I mean.
We're in the lobby. Don't worry, they didn't see anything. I was waiting for you.
I think Razor was the foundation of U of A's laning phase.
Yeah.
On top of that, OD got levels mid, but so did Rasta and Nyx because of how much they farmed, and OD couldn't really do much because he never had mana. Earthshaker got a lot out of bottom, and Earthshaker's first death was after he killed Gyrocopter solo. Therefore, Earthshaker really didn't care. He already had over 1,000 gold. Speaking of Earthshaker's ability to acquire currency, buys a Blink Dagger, hits a 4-man Echo,
yeah.
1,500 gold
He got
immediately
so rich
after,
at the
almost
start.
paid for himself.
Yeah, that was so
I think
crazy.
that was one of the reasons that Alberta was so aggressive. I
Yeah.
think they got ahead of themselves there, just because their early game was insane, especially the Earthshaker. He knew his role. His role was to make space and kill heroes, and he made space and he killed heroes.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest Blink Dagger reveals I've seen. Like, he made that so worth it. Like, he had
Gave me
a
shivers.
Shadow Blade Blink Dagger at like before 20 minutes or just after 20 minutes. Like, he was so farmed on the Earthshaker.
He was insane, and we discussed it during the match, but obviously we both agreed that Heart felt a lot better than Daedalus
He
until
was eventually
Earthshaker
starting
crit
to work on it.
every single time he enchanted his totem.
Yeah, I mean, he showed you the why Daedalus is better. Like, you just get it every time. And it was crazy. Like, he hit Ethan for 1900 damage on that Shadow Shaman in the late game. Oh my god, the pain. The pain being Shadow Shaman in that game.
Yeah,
was immense.
Shadow Shaman, even saying in lobby chat, everyone had a BKB.
Yeah, no, like, there was 4 BKBs. 1 Night Stalker, 1 Raze. Only one that didn't have it was a Jakiro.
hmm And you notice Jakiro was the only one who died in the later fights.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, BKB
I
is
was
a good
nervous
item, they
about
say.
the BKB picked up so early on Night Stalker. I was worried he wouldn't be able to contribute much, that a Night Stalker BKB was just going to be like, who cares?
Yeah.
But especially after Hunter in the Night, but even prior to that, Night Stalker was a force to be reckoned with in those fights. He got in there, he got his attacks off, he got his spells off. He wasn't playing as what you would kind of expect to see as more squishy, just spellcaster. He was able to get in and start hitting people with that BKB, really take advantage of it, take advantage of the fact that Shadow Shaman does nothing against BKB, that Tusk already has problems with damage. Obviously, he can Walrus Punch BKB. He's never going to Walrus Punch a Night Stalker in a million years, unless he's getting a TP.
There's so much better targets to, punch. Like, Razor out of his BKB, OD out of his BKB, much better. Prevent Earthshaker from doing something crazy by punching him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, breaking up his combo. We're about to start. I'm excited for this next game. I think it's gonna be good. I don't know. Like, I think the early game. I don't know the early game last time.
Alberta was.
These teams are quite evenly matched.
Super hard. And UCLA grouped in the mid game, like as 5.
That was insane.
And took like 2 fights in a row, and then Alberta came back with a crazy 4-man Echo Slam. Like, it was.
Yeah, that's how. I mean, that's how you counter a team with crushing you as a group.
Yeah.
So, it's a group Echo Slam in the middle of their whole team. That felt good to watch. I'm sure that felt really good to cast.
The Tusk, that last game only had 5,900 net worth.
I think that I'm not sure. Like a good draft or good early game, I think could just completely tip the scales in one of these teams' favors.
It seems so even the draft as well. We were talking about who really wins the late game. We weren't exactly be able to put our finger on it as well, but yeah. University of Alberta's draft do prove to be superior with that late game carry potential of Night Stalker and Jakiro having so much impact in the late game.
I think you could see it very clearly with Tusk and Night Stalker, the 2 position 4s. At the end of the game, Night Stalker and Tusk, you couldn't compare them at all. The impact that their potential impact in the team fights, Night Stalker just outshined Tusk. Just completely different caliber of hero.
I mean, I feel like even from the early game as well. I mean, Kyo actually a Divine 5 player at 1400 place on the leaderboard. So Kyo definitely not someone to mess with. But like, yeah, like that Night Stalker, he was involved in like 3 kills before the first night even. nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Yeah, and he did have a bit of a rough time as he ran through a ward early, but he still had very high kill potential. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what he does in this next game and what hero they're going to give him. I would not be surprised to see them put him right back on Night Stalker, depending on if their draft allows it. I would also expect to see. I would expect to see a Razor respect ban because
Yeah, that
even
Razor
though
didn't
OD
work.
even though OD and
Dire
Razor
team ban.
took a little while